What's going on, everybody? David here. Today we're talking travel rewards credit cards. Today we have two credit cards to look at. First one is the Frontier World MasterCard. The second one is the JetBlue Plus MasterCard. First off, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon so you can get future updates on my videos. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to compare both cards, and at the very end I'll let you know which one I think overall is the better card. So I have a few different categories, like 5 different categories that we'll go over today. And we'll go ahead and switch over to our screen here so we can see the cards. So that's your JetBlue card there. And then we can switch over here to your Frontier card. So these are both cards we'll look at. So first thing I always look at is the annual fee. What are we looking at with the annual fee? $79 annual fee for the Frontier card. The JetBlue card is a $99 annual fee. Now, looking specifically at just the cost of the card every year, the $79 definitely is less. I'm not looking at how valuable the points are or anything like that. I just want to look at overall the annual fee of the card. Okay, so we're not looking at the benefits and how you can get more benefits out of the card, so it makes it worth it more to have this card. We're not looking at that. We're just looking at straight how much does it cost every year to have the card. So Frontier would win outright on that because it's $20 cheaper. Okay, the next thing I want to look at is the bonus structure. And the bonus structure here, you get 40,000 miles or 40,000 points with the Frontier card. JetBlue card, you also get 40,000 miles or 40,000 points. So they're both the same when it comes to that. However, the minimum spend here is $500 for the Frontier card, and for the JetBlue card, it's $1,000. So it costs twice as much, and this is in a 3-month period now, so you need to spend $500 within a 3-month period in order to hit that bonus. And JetBlue, you need to spend $1,000 within the first 3 months in order to hit the bonus. Now, just from my experience, and it depends on your budget, but $1,000 is generally not that much when it comes to reaching that minimum spend. You have 3 months to spend that $1,000, and if you change the way you use use your credit card instead of your debit card and pay it off every 2 weeks, pay your credit card off every 2 weeks, you can easily hit that $1,000. And the $500 is even easier, obviously. So that will make the Frontier card win this category because the minimum spend is a lot less, or half the price there. Okay, the next thing that I want to look at is the earn possibility. So this is very important because if you look at the earn possibility, it will determine how long you keep the card. In a lot of situations, you might have, let's say you have the card, you get the bonus, you get the 40,000 bonus points, and then you fly a couple destination round trip tickets, and now you don't have the 40,000 points anymore. So will you keep the card because you have an annual fee every year? Will you keep the card? Are you earning enough on the card in order to justify keeping it? So in both these situations, let's look at the earn possibility. We'll start with Frontier. So with Frontier, you get 5 times miles, or 5 points for every dollar spent, and that's on flyfrontier.com. They specify on flyfrontier.com, so it leads me to believe that you have to do it online. So if I'm on the plane and I want to purchase some food or something like that, I probably won't get that 5 miles or 5 points for every dollar. So just be aware of that. This is mainly for booking your flight. You get 3 points for every dollar, or 3 miles for every dollar, and that's at restaurants, so that's pretty good. And then for all other purchases, you're going to get 1 mile or $1 or 1 point per dollar spent for everything else. So that's not too bad. It's pretty standard. Let's look at JetBlue. Now, JetBlue, you're going to get 6 points for every dollar spent on JetBlue purchases. Now, it says JetBlue purchases because if I'm booking it online, I'll get the 6 points per dollar. If I'm booking it, or let's say if I'm at the airport and I want to get an even more seat, like extra legroom seat, I'll get the 6 times points. Or if I'm on the plane and I want to purchase some food, I think with this card you also get a little discount, plus you'll get the 6 points per dollar. So you do get benefits. You do get benefits on anything that's JetBlue, which is better. Now, 2 times points at restaurants, so that's a little lower than what Frontier was offering, but they also offer the grocery store. So you get 2 points for every dollar spent at grocery stores. This is pretty unique because a lot of credit cards will not allow you to get 2 points per dollar at grocery stores. Usually it's 1 point per dollar. Now, looking at here, you get 1 point per dollar for everything else. You also get free checked bag, which is in this section, but right now we're just talking about the earn possibility. So just overall, looking at both of them side by side, I definitely would have to say that JetBlue gives you the better option, just because the grocery stores is unique, and you get 6 points per dollar on all JetBlue purchases, which I like. Okay, specialty benefits. So let's look at the specialty benefits, things that this card offers that the other card doesn't offer. So the things that that Frontier offers that JetBlue doesn't offer. So looking at spend to elite status, they both offer that. So if you spend more money on your credit cards, you can move up in elite status. You do need to spend a significant amount of money, though, just to be aware of that. You need to spend $20,000 to hit their first little level there, then $50,000 to hit their second level, and then $100,000 to hit their highest level that you can get. So, and that's through purchase. So you can actually buy your way to elite status, which is nice. JetBlue also allows you to do that. However, JetBlue only has one tier. So they have one level, and their one level, highest level, is the Mosaic status. You need to spend $50,000 on the card in order to reach that. The family pooling, they both offer that. The $100 voucher, flight voucher, they both offer that. JetBlue offers a flight credit, $100. The expiring points, I'll come back to that. Fico Score. Now, the Fico Score, Frontier offers this, but JetBlue doesn't. But just be aware, when it really comes down to it, you're looking at most credit cards. If you have a few credit cards, you're going to get that. You're going to get that benefit anyway. My bank account gives me the Fico Score, so it's really not important for me to have the Fico Score. So it's a benefit that this card offers that the other one doesn't, but it's something that you'll probably have if you have a couple of credit cards or if you have a bank account that offers that. Priority boarding, that's something different. So they do offer priority boarding. Now the priority boarding is zone 2. It's not like zone 1, so you're not the first one on the plane. However, you do have some priority boarding, so it's not bad. All the other things are, let's see, the no foreign transaction fees that's offered with JetBlue as well. So let's look at JetBlue. Okay, so JetBlue, one of the big things that really draws my attention or makes me really want this card over the other is no blackout dates. So you don't have any blackout dates. Just so you know, when you have points, sometimes they will only have certain seats that are available. JetBlue doesn't do this. So they only have certain times where you can fly out, certain dates you could fly out, certain seats that are available. You can redeem for any seat with JetBlue, which is great, and they don't have blackout dates. This is huge because you will, when you're flying on some of the other airlines, and I've done this personally, flown on United or flown on American, and it's really difficult sometimes to get a seat because they only have a certain amount of reward seats available. So once those seats go, then now you're in a situation where you have to purchase a ticket if you want to fly with that airline. So this is a huge benefit. Now, your points don't expire. This is huge as well. When you compare the two cards, you have points here. So let's say you get your 40,000 bonus points. Your points aren't going to expire. As long as you have your TrueBlue account open, you'll have those points in your account. Whereas Frontier, if you go down here, every 6 months, if you don't use this card to make at least one purchase every 6 months, your points can expire. So I can have those 40,000 points in my account, and if I don't use this credit card in 6 months, I'm going to lose those points. Now that's pretty harsh. That's one of those deals that I can't get my head around why they would do it this way. And it's a deal breaker for me because I want to make sure that I have those, that I can use those points at any time. And I might not have a flight. I might not have a trip planned right away. I might want to wait a month or not wait a month, wait a year or wait 2 years before I fly out to whatever destination I want to go to. So I don't want to have to constantly think, oh, I have to use this card in order to keep these points active. So just something to think about. It's one of those things that I really look at, and it's, for me, that's a deal breaker. So those are pretty much the benefits that I'm looking at. But overall, I think JetBlue offers just a little more when it comes to specialty stuff. The no blackout dates and the redeem for any seat, that is really huge. And the fact that your points don't expire also gives me a little more comfort when it comes to wanting to get a card like this, because I know my points aren't going to go anywhere. I don't even have to use a card once I hit my 40,000 points if I don't want to. So that's always good. All right, the last thing that I want to look at, and this is more of a cosmetic thing, just the overall design of the card, and it just is kind of just an add-on. It's always nice to have a card that looks nice, right? That's why you have the American Express Platinum card is metal, and you have the the Chase Sapphire Preferred and Chase Sapphire Reserve. Those cards are nice cards, and it's always nice to have something that looks good. The Frontier card to me just looks like a standard card, standard airline card. It has a little airplane on there and it says Frontier, so pretty basic. I do like the JetBlue card more because it's a little flashier. You know, it's got the mosaic look and it goes with the theme of the airline, so it just looks a little nicer to me. So I would definitely go overall with the design. I'd go with JetBlue. So my overall opinion, and if you fly Frontier a lot, then this is definitely a card that you should consider. But I personally, I've flown Frontier once. I fly JetBlue all the time, and I just like the airline a lot better than than Frontier. Plus, JetBlue flies a lot of places that I like to go, and that's something else that you need to consider too. I like to go to South America a lot. I like to go to Central America, and JetBlue flies to both those destinations. So it just makes it overall a better fit for me. But more importantly, though, I'd like to know what you guys think. If you do have this card, the Frontier card or the JetBlue card, please give me the pros and the cons. Leave it in the comments below. If you have any questions, also leave it in the comments below, and we'll discuss it. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.